and welcome back to the AI Marketers Playbook, where we cover actionable frameworks to help you leverage AI and marketing strategies in your business. I'm Audrey Chia, your host, and today I have with me Anastasia Martynyuk, the CEO of her own automation agency and a published author on generative AI. Anastasia is also a professor of IEBS Business School, where she teaches creative design with AI. Now, with over 8+ years of experience across marketing, technology, and automation, Anastasia is on a mission to help companies turn chaos into clarity using AI-powered systems. So whether it's content generation, lead qualification, or smarter customer journeys, she's helping startups and large enterprises scale smarter and not harder. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. We have some issues here, but finally
We
we can
made
speak.
it. Awesome. So tell us more about yourself. What was your journey like and what got you started in the whole world of AI?
I 3 years ago, I discovered Midjourney, okay, and start to work with a Canada company that build an app that show you some emotions with images. So I do like the prompt, all the images, all the emotion that can fix it in. Like I show you, I'm angry. This is 2 images. What do you feel? And that's is the way that the psychologist can say you, okay, you are not angry. Maybe you, I don't know, you hate your boss or things like
Yeah.
that. So I started like 3 years ago, but I have like a digital background. I work 8 years in a digital marketing stuff, but now I specialize in automation because like it's the tool that helped me have organization in my company, and then I teach some or implement in big companies in general. That's like a resume of me and my things. So I write a book about Midjourney and creativity or things like that. That's it.
Wow. But it's such an amazing journey, right? So you started off, just tinkering with a couple of different AI tools in the visual space,
Yeah.
and now you moved on to automation, right? So how did you make
Yeah,
that
it's more like
transition?
because in general, the digital art work, graphic design, it's good. It's like my hobby because I love it because I'm a very creative person. But the implementation of automation or help people to save time is that give me more money.
Yes, definitely.
And first of all, I implement in my company. Then I try a lot, fail a lot too. But then I like teach some students in this case, or implement it in big companies. Because here I'm from Spain. Here in Valencia, we have a very good hub for startups, and I'm part of it. And then implement all my automation or help the startups here in Valencia. And I start here in small companies, then I scale up to our biggest ones.
Wow. And tell us more about automation use cases, right? A lot of people mix AI and automation, but they can be two different things or can be combined
Yeah.
together. Tell us more about that space of your work. What exactly is it and what do you help companies do?
Okay, so let's take an example. Some here we have like the issue with some financial things, and the people do it manually, not using like CRMs or things like that. They do it like in Google Sheets, the financial thing. So in this case, I have like one example. What it gives you are the AI scan all the emails or all the bills that you have and implement it in your Google Sheets or in a CRM if you want like implement it more. But sometimes you don't need to use AI. In this case of finances, if you need to scan it, yeah, it needs to have some logic, or if you need to some calculus or things like that, yeah. But in general, first of all, you need like the structure. Where do you have like, where where do you waste your time? In
Yep.
what tasks or things like that? I mean, if you waste your time in open all the emails, see what invoice, what number of invoice, who is the person that sent you, it's a lot of time. You can automate it without using Gemini or AI tools, but it's like a little bit difficult to scan all the data that you have.
Yes.
Okay, so in yeah, in this case we take an example. The automation. What do I now? I do it with N8N.
Yes.
I don't know if the tool is good in English, but before I do it with make.com, it was a little bit better to user experience, but with this new tool, there is N8N, it's better because I can implement some code. I'm not informatic, an engineer or things like that, but I do it all with AI. AI helped me with the code, but it's very simple. And the two person that have a little bit of knowledge, but you can study it. In YouTube, you have a lot of tutorials, and you can learn it. It's simple. So I implement this automation that save like 40 hours a month to the person that works in financial. But if you are like a solopreneur, one person, you're a CEO, you're a CMO, you do all the things, this little automation help you to change and maybe do some kind of strategic things to grow your company.
Definitely. I love what you said about AI freeing up the time, right? And because if you are doing everything at the same time, then
Yeah.
actually all these time savings you get from automating some processes is a huge value add, especially if you're running a business and you have 10 other priorities to consider. You want to get
Yeah.
your grunt work done with AI and with automation. Now, how can companies decide whether AI and automation should be the way to go, or if automation itself is enough? How do you make that distinction?
Because first of all, I analyze all the systems that have the companies. I mean, if the company have a different department, if you're one person talk with me and I know where automate things. But the big company all the times have like departments. Do you have like a marketing, a financial, a people, or more like complicated logistics? Some of these departments. Then I talk with people that is like the director of the department and know and think what kind of thing I can automate. Not all the time it needs AI. Simply is like a system or a strategy, workflow, things like that, that can help with saving the time. All people want AI in her company, but it's not always the solution of the problem that they have.
Yeah, that's something that I also resonate a lot with. When I host workshops for teams, I also tell them to use a problem first approach. Now, I realize that
Yeah,
a lot of companies just say, I want to use AI, but
yeah.
then maybe there isn't a need for it. Maybe it takes up more time to build out a system, and maybe their team members just need a little bit of, knowledge and training in order to leverage AI. And that's all that matters instead of building out entirely
Yeah,
new
maybe they
flows.
need like a CRM in general that collect all the data that came to the business, because I have cases that it's a aesthetical clinic or a dental clinic that they don't have no CRM, no data collection. They like do all the scheduling thing in Instagram or in WhatsApp,
Yes.
but it's like no connection with Google Calendar or Calendly or all the tools that we have to schedule some appointments. So they want AI, but they don't know how to organize their own data that they have in this time. I'm like, now, what do you have? So we need to see if you can implement AI in your systems, or you need like a solid structure to organize your company. They don't think
Absolutely.
like, oh, okay, I need AI. That's it.
Yes, yes. So really being very critical about your own processes first and then finding the right solutions is a lot better than just jumping into the AI hype and saying, I need AI
Yeah.
for everything. But Anastasia, you also mentioned a tool called N8N. So I have heard this tool from many other AI first founders. Can you tell us more about what it does and what are some possibilities, and use cases for N8N?
Possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities because, like open source, you can implement a lot of tools. In general, it's a lot. I don't know, right? Like 500 or more tools that you can implement. And if you don't have like the tool there, you can do it by API. Okay, it's like a code that connect with one page to another. Okay, you can do it like this. It's a little bit complicated, but you can do it. So this tool, what do is you can do a simple agent, AI agent that do you like billing or post in social media or things like that. Then you can automate all the a full department. I mean, I know entrepreneurs that have like all the social media automated, and they do like one time in a month, like automate all the social media thing, and they have like a department in one flow. I mean, in one place, you have like
Yes,
all your department that you can do. If the email came here and the tag is bills, it goes to the financial department. If they go like collaboration, it go to the CEO, and CEO contact with the collaborators, so things like that. So
definitely.
in resume, we have this tool that do all the things, but this is like you need to study it, invest a lot of hours, and this tool fail a lot because all the connection can fail. You can construct like an agent. Today is working good, and tomorrow is like crash and broke some link, and the automation is not going. But okay, all
Wow.
the AI works like this. You need to like all the time be updated because I am a creative person, so I use all the tools that it's like Midjourney, VO3, or Pixar, or things like that. But in automation thing, you need to update and invest a lot of time to know how work the tool.
Wow, yeah. And what I love about what you said was you actually spend a lot of time learning,
Yeah.
experimenting, and failing before figuring out, okay, how do you build such systems, right? So in your journey, what helped in your process? Were you learning, watching YouTube videos? Were you testing the tool every day? What was that whole journey of learning like, since this is a whole new process for you?
Depend on what tool. If it's like creating images or videos with AI, I need a lot of time trying things. I
Mm,
mean, you need a creative mind. You know in your mind what you want to represent in a picture. And if it not work, you need to change the prompt, change the angle, change the light, change the whatever. And then I don't know, you try it 20 times and it works. Okay, in automation, you first need to know how the flow is going. It's not like learning to code or things like that. You need to know the flow. I
mm.
mean, it starts with a message in WhatsApp. Then the response is like the answer is whatever, and this data going to I don't know, ChatGPT to analyze what the people say. Then ChatGPT give you like a presentation. I don't know, create your presentation. Where you need to like what you need to represent in this presentation. They do the structure. If you need to send an email, you need like a HTML to have like a very good structure, and it's not going to be like only numbers on in JSON on some like code thing. You first of all you need to understand the flow. Then you need to understand all the points of the flow, how it's going to work, and what kind of input and output need to do in general. And then run all the things, all the I don't know if the same in Spanish and in English, notes like
Yeah,
yeah,
the
notes.
building blocks, yes.
Yeah. You need to know how it works and then run it. And then if they fail, you need to try to fix it, and that's it. Try it a lot. First, try in your own things on your personal Gmails, on your personal tools, on your personal WhatsApp. Then publish it
Yeah.
there and do all the flow like a customer person, not
Yes.
like a owner of your own business.
Wow. And curious to know, right? Does it cost a lot in terms of credits to run your automations and to test the
um,
processes?
if you try to understand it, yeah, it's a lot of time. But once you have like a template, you can only adjust some things to fix customization. Okay, and you use like when I sell all this automation, I adapt it to all the business that come from me. So what you need to do is like fix some issues, and that's it. But you what you sell is your time. Invest in this tool,
Mm,
not the template.
yes. Wow, I love that you said that also. And it's cool that you already built a flow, right? So when businesses come in, you're just tweaking it for different use
Yeah.
cases. How about for your own business? Are you also using a lot of automation and AI in your day-to-day?
Yep. All day, all time.
Can you give us
Like
like a couple of examples of like, daily use cases that you love,
okay,
building
the
systems for?
all the funnel, my funnel internal, all the funnel is automated. I don't touch anything. I have a lead magnet, then they pass to a call. The call is with me or some of my team. Okay, and then all the onboarding, all the things that I want to the businesses that I bring services, all this thing like the first touch. Okay, it's automated. The call is not automated because it needs like a human mm, touch in this thing. Then all the onboarding of the client is automated too. All my finances too, because
Wow.
I don't like it.
Yeah, and I think it's brilliant that you can then use automation to do things that you don't like, right? So that it frees you
Yep.
time to do things that you actually do. Now, you talked a bit about the human touch, right? So I would love to know, as a creative yourself, how do you find that balance between, that creativity, that human touch, and AI, especially when it comes to marketing?
Okay, I like my human touch in general because I teach AI how I speak. So I have like a 10 or 12 GPTs only for one task. I mean, I don't have like GPTs that do all the things. I have GPTs that do one task. I mean, one is doing my copies. The other one is creating me images. The other one is doing like the presentation of all the businesses that we have. The other ones is like scrapping. Scrapping mean news of AI to study it. And the other ones, I have two more. One is financial. The other ones is collaboration. I don't remember the other,
That is more
but
than
yeah, I have
enough.
like a yeah, yeah. But if the people use GPTs to do all the tasks, they don't have to do it. They only need to specialize the GPT in one thing,
Yes.
and that's it. It's like an employee. You have one copywriter, the other is doing the marketing, the other like in financial. It's like department for an entrepreneur that starts, or it's like one person or two person in the team.
Yeah, and I think that's also something I talk about when it comes to building GPTs for like copywriting or marketing.
Yeah.
I have specific GPTs for every client, specific GPTs for every use case. So I have a GPT for
For every
Google Ads.
client.
Yeah, and that
That's
allows
cool.
me to be very tailored, right? So I don't have to re-prompt it. Sometimes I have the project files, but right now I don't think you can link projects to GPTs as of now. Um,
And no.
no, right? So my eventual hope for OpenAI is to have projects so you can house client projects, then bring in the GPTs. That would be my ultimate combination of them both.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Let's hope they
I
listen
tag
to
it
this
with
podcast.
an emojis. I
Yeah.
have like emojis in the first. I mean, when you talk with ChatGPT or Cloud or what AI do you talk? I do like emojis. The red emoji, the red circle emojis means nah, nah, nah. And the I don't know, the green triangle. It's the other ones, and I do it like this.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned a lot about time and cost savings, right? But let's say you have a business owner and they feel very overwhelmed and they want to automate or use AI for everything. How how do they get started? Like what is the first thing they should do when they want to get started but they have no idea how to?
They first need to organize their own business. I mean, do the basics. What what do I have? What I need to sell? How it's selling, and how is the user experience of all these things? Or in marketing, what do I do? In maybe if I am a content creator, what I need to do in general, or what it's like structure all the steps that I need to do in one department or on what kind one kind of yeah department or task.
Yes, and I think,
First of all, you need the
yeah,
structure, then you
structure.
automate. The structure is all. If you don't have a structure in your business, it's tend to fall.
Yes. And I think having that structure in place then gives you that clear system of what you want to
Yeah.
prioritize, what are the challenges that you're facing. And then only then you start thinking about how you want to use AI in the process if it's applicable, right? And I think having that structure in mind helps. What is perhaps a common challenge that you've seen with business owners who are trying to start this journey?
They don't know where is the waste of their time.
Mm.
I mean, they think that answer all the emails, it's good, but they pass like a lot of time answering mails. And emails, it's not, in general, it's not the sale channel. You
Yes.
need to do all other things to sell, not only answer emails. So that's why this is the first thing that I automate.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense, right? It's something you have to do every single day, but at the same
Yeah.
time takes up so much time, and then you don't have time to do other things that matters, like sales, right?
Yeah, I have one automation that send me a message. Well, it's like a Telegram message if I have something important in my mails. If not, it's like I don't see it. Nothing.
Yes,
I don't touch it.
and I'm sure that saves you from all the spam or the junk mails and even mails
Yeah,
that you subscribe to but you don't really need to respond to urgently.
yeah.
I think having that system of hierarchy would help. What is perhaps one underrated tool that you love or underrated workflow that you absolutely adore that most people don't even think about besides the email thing you just talked about?
Okay, I have once it's like answer all my WhatsApps.
Okay, wow.
This is yeah, yeah. The professional ones, not my personal. It's a different thing. Answer all my WhatsApps, and then one tool, ChatGPT. I love it. Cloud, Anthropic AI or Cloud. For me, it's Cloud. I
Yes.
love it to code, and then Midjourney. But Midjourney is like my first tool that I fall in love 3 years ago.
Yes. And do your clients right now actually reach out for automation of AI generated images? Is that something they are looking for?
Yes, because like yesterday came for me one client that do like semi-permanent tattoos.
Oh.
Okay, they need to generate more content and redesign some of their tattoos that have a copyright
Mm.
because big investor comes and then they want like change things.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I use it for my things, but I automate this thing too.
Wow.
I do it with Midjourney not, but with ChatGPT and Flux and have an API. I can do it, but it's to the simple tattoos because the complicated need like a human touch, all the lines that need to be like perfect. They need to upscale or things like that.
Yeah, and I think that's a great example of, creativity, right? Because
Yeah,
on one hand, you have these simple designs and visuals that AI might be really good at. But on the other hand, you also have something that's more technical, something that needs a bit more of
yeah,
that creative flair. And that's where I guess having that human touch as a tattoo artist is still very important. And of course, I guess as a consumer, you would want your tattoo artist to create something unique, something special, something that you can relate to. And I think these are the things that will never go away, despite how powerful AI is. Now, Anastasia, what do you think is a mindset shift that people need to have about AI? Because I have seen people saying AI is here to take over our jobs. I have seen people saying, I want to learn about AI, but it's too much information. I have seen people saying, you know what, let's see how it goes. What is one big mindset shift that you believe people should have?
that AI comes here to help you. That's the truth, but um, because if I look at me now and maybe 4 years ago that AI doesn't help me, like I don't know what it is and that's it. Like I waste a lot of time in things that they are like not productively, no, they don't have like repercussion with me,
Mm,
in my business. I think that all people need to know how it works, not to learn and to work how it works. Okay, the new generation they apply it every day. They use it like a doctor, a psychologist, or a therapist, or things like that. I don't use it like this. I use it like my partner maybe, and
yeah.
that's cool. When
Ah,
I feel alone, it's like okay, I have a bad day I need to do something to be a little bit happier. So they told me like drink a beer. You need to go to the beach and drink so I don't know, mojito or thing like that. Let's disconnect
Yes,
and go
yes.
to the beach and enjoy the summertime.
Yes, I think as much as we love AI, it's good to take a break sometimes, have some real human time in the sun. It always helps. Like what you've said, right? AI is here to stay and we have to learn to embrace it. It's here to help us. But I think one interesting thing is for students, right? And I know you teach students as well.
Yeah.
In this new generation, there is no blueprint, there is no textbook about AI. How do they navigate this new world, right? It's almost like the teachers themselves haven't even learned this skill. So it's for the students to figure out where do they begin. What advice do you have for students or parents with children?
Okay, the next thing that I need to do is like teaching the children's to how to use AI. So I like start with some kind of I don't know, things like creativity things. Some they need to play with AI. I mean, I if I need to teach like my if I have a child, I need to teach it. They start with creative tools. I mean,
Yes.
with all image generations or video generation, and they need to be like a game, and then they can start with ChatGPT. But first of all, I mean, it's better to show it how it's like create things and they like it.
Yes.
Then start with like a text thing, because
Mm,
text thing you it maybe can be a lot of information in
mm.
general, but the creation or image tool or video tool is like very funny.
Yeah, and I think like for a young child, right, learning how to love the
Yeah.
process, enjoy it, play, I think those are key things that if you can inspire a child, that would help. I know that in Singapore there are some people who are building out mini storybooks for children based on their imagination, based on the stories and the characters that they like. And I think that is a great way to use AI to get them to start thinking out of the box, but also start showing them the potential and the possibility of it. Now, with that in mind, also, Anastasia, is there one tip that you have for folks listening who haven't tried AI, who are on the fence about automation? What is one thing you have to say to them?
they don't they don't need to be afraid to AI. I mean, they don't give you, they don't stole you your job. You need to adapt to like a new era, and you need to try it. That's my advice. You need to try it, and you're gonna love it.
Absolutely. I like to say the future is now, the future is here to stay, and we are right here enjoying, this very exciting times. So if you are listening, don't be afraid to get started, get your hands dirty, just try something new, and you never know what might come out from it. So Anastasia, thank you so much for joining us. Where can our listeners
Thank
find
you.
you, and who should reach out to you?
Um, they can find me. I have like my business or my own page, but they can find me on my own page. It's like anastasiamartynyuk.com. It's
Awesome.
simple. It's my name.
Awesome. And we will
Or on
link that in the show
LinkedIn.
notes as well. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for your time. And thank you, folks,
Thank
for
you too.
tuning in. Don't forget to hit the bell for more actionable AI and marketing insights. We'll see you next week.